Again I am here with you with a new session with a new chapter. The lesson number is 5 and the name of our topic is Jhalkari. Now student, you might have seen the movie of Rani Lakshmibai. Yes students? Yes. Then in that movie you might have seen a lady or a woman named Jhalkari Bai. So today we are going to learn about her. Okay students? So before I start with the story, here we can see an warm up activities. Now I have to find the words in the grid that mean the same as bravery. So which are the word that has the same meaning of bravery? Valor, courage, heroism, bold, daring. So now students, here in the screen you can see that I have already done for you the puzzle. Okay students? Now I will start with my story. Lakshmibai, the Rani of Jhansi, born in 19 November 1828. She died in 18 June 1858. Was an Indian queen and warrior. Read the story of Jhalkari, who was Rani's trusted companion. So here student, we are on the way to start the story about a girl, or you can say a woman. Okay, and what was her name? Her name was Jhalkari. Jhalkari was an orphan. Now what is the meaning of an orphan? Orphan means a child without a parents. She was a bold and fearless little girl who loved to climb trees and swim in the river and play the games that people call boys. Now here you can see the children, right? She does all the things mainly that is done by the boys. Nowadays the girls also do the same thing, but in that period of time all these things were done only by the boys. The villagers liked her, for she was a willing worker and could stand long hours of strain. So what type of a character she was having? She was very helpful, she was hardworking, and she can survive in any condition or any hardship. She often spoke of the time when she had fought a leopard single-handedly in the jungle and killed it with nothing more than a sturdy stake. So it is a quite dangerous and bravest. Yes. So can you fight with a tiger a single-handed? No. But see how the Jhalkari has did. She had fought with a leopard a single-handed without any guns or weapons. She was only having a stick. After that, they nicknamed her Jhalkari, the tigress. So what was the nickname? The nickname was Jhalkari. And what is the meaning of Jhalkari? The tigress. When Jhalkari grew up, she was married to a soldier in the army of Rani Lakshmi Bai and went away to live with him in Jhansi. That was how the Rani chance means happened. So after getting married with a soldier, and where the soldier was working in the army of Rani Lakshmi Bai. So she went away to live with him. Where she went away to live with him? In Jhansi. Just Rani Lakshmi Bai got a chance or happened to see her one day. She shall be my companion, the Rani ordered, for she liked the girl frank and fearless attitude. Now Rani got influence with Jhalkari that she ordered Jhalkari will be a companion of her. Not only a companion, they both became very good friends and every day the two young women went out riding together. They fenced and wrestled and practiced shooting with revolver and gun. So, what they both started? They both started practicing together like fighting with the swords. Fence means fighting with the swords. Wrestling, practicing shooting with a revolver and a gun. Okay, students? Those were the troubled time, and everywhere there were rumors of war. The British had expanded their territory. Now, in a history, you might have already studied about the Britishers, right? Now, how the Britishers came to India? They came as a trader to carry out the trade. But later on, when they found there was a lot of dispute among the Indians ruler, so what they did? They started becoming from trader to the ruler, and slowly what they did? They started extending their power. So, that period of time was very troubled time, where everywhere there was a rumor of war. The British started expanding the territory, and they had a trading company. So, I just now I told you the Britishers came to India in form of a trader. So, they had set up a trading company, and what was the name of a trading company? The East India Company, and his officer ruled the people of the land harshly. So, whichever the area was under the Britishers, how they used to trade? They used to treat it very harshly. In 1857, fighting broke out all over the country. Between this period of time, the British started extending their power, their territory in all over the country. Everywhere the people rose in rebellion. Now, people also started fighting against the rose in rebellion means decided to fight. The people also decided to fight against the foreign ruler, like we have a Marathas, like we have a Nizams, yes, all started fighting against the Marathas. The British fought back and thousands of people were killed on both sides. In March 1858, the British troops attacked the fort of Jhansi. The heavy guns bombarded. Now, by the time, that is within 1 year, you can see the fight was broke out in 1857, and in March 1858, by the period of 1 year, what the British did? They had moved toward the Jhansi. They have heavy gun bombarded it. The Rani troops fought back bravely. Even the Rani Lakshmibai troops, the army were almost ready to give a tough fight to the Britishers. Among them was Jhalkari, never once leaving her beloved queen aside. So, Rani Lakshmibai was not only having a man soldier, she has also prepared a woman soldier with the help of a Jhalkari Bai. She used to train the women how to use the swords and revolvers, so that at the time of the war they can also defeat the enemy. She rode from one point to another, firing at the British soldier with a steady hand and sure aim. The enemy fell back. They had not accepted such a strong defense of the fort. Now, for the Britishers, it was quite surprise, because they were thinking that Rani Lakshmibai might be a very soft and delicate queen. So, she might not have such a strong army. So, it would be easy for them to capture Jhansi. But their opinion, their thinking went wrong. There was a tough fight between British soldiers and the Rani Lakshmibai soldier. So, they could not defend the Britishers were unable to defend the fort. the British commander telegraphed. Telegraph means what, students? Nowadays you all are using, if you want to connect one person to another person, we are using a WhatsApp message like that. Yes. So, previous days there was a telegraph. Telegraph means by sending a message, a wireless method of communication that was being introduced in India itself by the Britishers. For help, and more troops came rushing in, but the army of Rani still held on. When the British found that they could make no progress, they decided to gain entry into the fort by stealth at night. Now, Britishers got almost an idea that it is not possible to defeat Rani Lakshmibai and his troop and to get inside the fort. So, what they decided? They decided to enter the fort by stealth. Stealth means by secret manner during the night. Now, for that they require a man who can give a proper information about the fort. So, whom they had find out? See, they bribed a man. Bribe means to give a money. Named Dulaji Thakur, a gardener, who was in charge of south gate of the fort. So, they had found out a person, and what is the name of a person? Dulaji Thakur. And what he was? He was a gardener, and the duty was given to him was to protect the south gate of the fort. But what he did, instead of being honest to Rani Lakshmibai, he has taken a bribe from the Britishers and he has disclosed from where they can enter into the fort. In return for a large sum of money, Dulaji led them to a spot where there was a break in the wall, and the soldiers made their way into the fort through it. In the dead of night, as they began to climb in, Jhalkari saw them and sounded the alarm with a loud cries. The Rani's army took up the fight and opened fire, and the attacker fell back. So, in return of a large sum of money, what the Dulaji did? He has shown them the spot, and that was a small break in the wall from where the soldier made their way into the fort. Now, while the soldiers were making their way into the fort, who saw them? Jhalkari saw them, and what she did? She sounded the alarm. She made a loud cries. She informed the Rani's army, and as she tried to inform, the Rani's army became alert, and the fight, there was a huge fight between Rani Lakshmibai and the Britishers. The fighting continued during the day and night that followed. Though the Indian troops were full of daring, they could not withstand the British attack. The enemy fought their way steadily until they reached the palace. Now, the condition was that the fight was being carried out throughout the day and night, but the Rani Lakshmibai, that is the Indian troop, the Rani Lakshmibai troop was so daring, it is full of daring, that they were not ready to give up the Jhansi to the Britishers. Even Britishers were not getting back, they were on the way, till they had fought very bravely, till they reached the palace. 3 more days of furious fighting followed. Now, the queen advisor begged her to go out of the fort to a safe place. Now, after giving a tough fight also, the Britishers were on the way to enter into the Rani's palace. Therefore, the advisor of the queen, what they requested to the Rani Lakshmibai? to leave the palace and to move to the safe place. Though reluctant means unwillingly. Now Rani Lakshmi Bai was not ready to leave his soldiers, to leave the palace, but to keep his own kingdom. It was necessary. So therefore she left the palace. Rani Lakshmi Bai agreed in the end. Dressed in armor and carrying a dagger and 2 revolvers, she rode unrecognized through the enemy lines. So she dressed up in such a way, in a disguised manner, that no one can realize who it was. So, and she went through the enemy lines. She went through the between the enemies, and none of the enemies, none of the Britishers could realize that whether it was a soldier or whether it was a Rani Lakshmi Bai. Where she went down the hillside and out of the one gate. Now through one gate she went she went far away from the palace. Jhalkari went with her for part of the way. As soon as she knew Rani was safe, so Jhalkari was also with her, but she was not in a full journey. She was only for a half of the way. When she was confirmed that Rani Lakshmi Bai has reached in a safe place, she again returned back. Jhalkari disguised in Rani Lakshmi Bai clothes. Now when she returned back to the fort, how she has dressed up? She has dressed up like a Rani Lakshmi Bai, and she riding her white horse. Returned to the fortress. The British soldier saw her and mistaking her for the Rani, as she had intended them to do, surrounded her. They led her to their commander. Now Jhalkari was in a dress up of Rani Lakshmi Bai. Even she was riding the horse that is mainly used by the Rani Lakshmi Bai. So the Britishers were quietly mistaken. They were quietly confused. So, but still they were happy. Why they were happy? That they had defended or captured Rani Lakshmi Bai. And the British soldier, what they did? They handed over the Jhalkari as a Rani Lakshmi Bai to the commander. The commander looked at the captive closely, but he was not sure at all that she was the queen. Call Dulaji at once. He ordered his soldier. Dulaji will know. The commander looked at the captive closely. The commander looked towards the Jhalkari, and really he was very confused whether it is a Rani Lakshmi Bai or someone else. To confirm it, what he ordered to his soldier, go and call Dulaji, because he will know well whether it is a Rani Lakshmi Bai or someone else. When Jhalkari saw Dulaji, her eyes blazed with anger, and she shouted, "You traitor! You coward! You shameless betrayer of your people!" Now Jhalkari was in a really anger. She was blazing with an anger after looking at Dulaji. So she shouted at him that you are a traitor. Traitor means a dishonest person. You are a coward and you had betrayed. Betrayed means what? A person who helps someone with the means of enemy or by helping an enemy. The Englishman asked Dulaji, "Is this the Rani Lakshmi Bai?" "It is not," answered Dulaji. "Do you think it is so easy to capture Radha Rani?" The commander was furious that they had been tricked. He knew that if Jhalkari was allowed to go free, she would be dangerous. So she was sentenced to death by hanging. Now the commanders, they were very furious, they were very angry when they came to know that they were being tricked. Now what and they also knew that if they allow Jhalkari, if they leave Jhalkari, it will be dangerous for them. So what the British commander declared? The British commander ordered that she was to sentenced to death by hanging. I am not afraid of dying, Jhalkari answered proudly. As they led her to her death, she shouted out to the British, "Be aware, you will never conquer us. We will rise again and again and fight back until we win our freedom." "Silence," they shouted, but she would not be silent as the rope tightened round her. So what she told? That whatever you do, but you cannot stop us. We will rise again and again, and we will fight back until we win our freedom. Now the British soldiers, they all were almost angry. So what they shouted? Silence. But what? But she would not be silenced. But Jhalkari was not silenced. As the rope tightened around her neck, she cried out, "Long live Lakshmibai, long live freedom." So students, now you might have understood the student that how Jhalkari has let her life for his country, for his queen. Okay students, now it is the time of a grammar. Today students, we are going to see about a kind of a sentence. There are 4 kind of sentence in English language. Each has a different purpose. First is an assertive sentence. So before I start with an assertive sentence, first you see an example. Jhalkari was a brave woman. Now in this sentence can make a statement. Jhalkari, it is an assertive sentence. It say something positive about a Jhalkari. What is a positive? What type of woman is Jhalkari? Brave woman, right? So this assertive sentence is a positive statement. Here is an assertive positive sentence. Many brave women have lived in India. An assertive sentence could also be a negative sentence. Dulaji did not care for his country. So here student, you can see not is been used. So by using the not, the sentence has changed into a negative form. The army could not win the war. Again not is been used in this sentence. Now the next sentence is a interrogative sentence. Did Rani Lakshmibai like Jhalkari? So at the end here you can see a question mark. Do soldiers like to fight? Again you can see at the end of the sentence there is a question mark. So these are the interrogative sentence where the sentence ends with a question mark. They ask the question, all interrogative sentence end with a question marks. So it is too easy to understand student. Imperative sentence. An imperative sentence contains an order, a command or a request. Okay? Call Dulaji at once. That means it is a command. Defend the fort with your life. That is also you can say a command, or it can be a form of a request. Exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses a strong feeling or an emotion. It ends with an exclamation mark. So in a sentence you can see a student, "Oh, how beautiful that fort is." So at last of the sentence there is an exclamation mark. We have lost the war. Okay. So we can use the word hooray, ouch, the different events. We have a different type of emotion where we use the different words. So all these end with the exclamatory mark. That type of a sentence is called a exclamatory sentences. Now students, here we will find or we will write the kind of sentence. So now students, we will see some of the sentences and we have to write the kind of sentences. I do not like to see people fighting. So, this is an assertive sentence, but in a negative form, not is used. Do you like to ride a horse? See here, the sentence ended with a question mark. So, it is an interrogative sentence. Oh, if only I could have seen the Rani. Here you can see an exclamatory mark. So, what type of a sentence it is? Yes, exclamatory sentence. The Rani is loved by all her subjects. See, it is a positive sentence. So, it is an assertive. Okay? It is telling something positive. The Englishman wants to see the prisoner. This is also an assertive sentence. Leave this fort immediately. It is a command. So, what type of a sentence it will be? Imperative sentence. Okay, student? You might have understood the kind of sentence. Now, I will move towards the preposition. You have learned about preposition in the previous classes. Even also I have explained to you. Preposition are the word which link noun and pronoun to the rest of the sentences. Now, we have a preposition of time, preposition of place and preposition of moment. Okay? Now, first we will see preposition of time. The preposition of time tell us when something happened. For example, the time we can say till, until, before, now, at, in, during, after, within, since, for, by. So, these are the some of the little words which will tell you about the time. The enemy fought. Now, let us see the sentence. Okay? The enemy fought their way steadily until they were outside the palace. So, tell us that where the enemy is. The enemy is outside the palace. So, until is the preposition of time. The fighting continued during the day and night that followed. Okay? That means during, it is telling us the specific time. The fight has continued day and night. Now, students, we will see preposition of place. It tells us where something happened. Some preposition of place are in, before, at, on, below, above, over, between, among, outside, beside, behind, next, to, in, front of. Okay? These are the words. It will tell you the preposition of place. Jhalkari learned to climb tree and swim in the river. They were outside the palace. Now, students, let us see the preposition of movement. Around, through. Go around the bus or go around the dog. Okay? Into, against, down, back, from, to, towards, onto, out of, up, after, across. So, these are the words. When these are the words are used, it tells us about the preposition of movement, that how the things move. She rode from one point to another. So, from and to. Okay? They decide to gain entry into the fort. She rode unrecognized through the enemy line, down the hillside and out of one of the gates. Now, students, we have to complete the sentence with a suitable preposition. So, see here, the Sens have been living in that house since 2008. The children jump into the swimming pool to cool off. There is a big Orlando Serbs in their garden. Clary has to report for duty on Wednesday. Inside the cupboard, we found all kind of odds and ends. The scared and shivering kitten was hiding in the basket. Mahmood always to school every day. Meeni refused to go home till she found her notebook. Manpreet had to meet the lawyer between 8 p.m. and 4 p.m. We will be going to Bali in August. So, students, you might have understood the preposition. Now, we will complete one more paragraph with a suitable preposition. Jalkari lived in Jhansi. The battle took place in summer. Being a brave woman, she sat on her horse and charged into the battlefield. The enemy entered the fort at night. A fierce battle ensued. Soon many soldiers were seen lying on the ground. After the battle was over, some soldiers sat under a tree and talked about how they had fought. Okay, students? Now we will move to the negative prefix. In the previous lesson, I have already explained you what is an prefix. In English, one way to make negative statement is by adding negative prefix to the noun, adjective and verb. Some example of negative prefix are dis, ill, im, in, ir, are. So, these are the words which we can use to a word to make it negative word. Like we can say in a sentence, it is immoral. So, im is added to the moral to make it negative form, that is a immoral. To be dishonest. So, dis is added into the honest to make it in a negative form. So, that is a dishonest. The note made no sense because the handwriting was illegible. Okay. So, here ill is been added to the make it negative, that is illegible. Now, students, here we have to use some of the negative prefix to complete the sentence. She did not get any support from us as she had said some disagreeable things. It is incomplete. In our bracket we have a complete. So, what I have added? In to make the sentence change the sentence into negative statement because it make no sense. The illogical solution to the problem annoyed the teacher. There was insufficient money to fund the project. My baby sister gave me one of those irresistible smile and I just has to agree. The unscientific fear of snake has resulted in the extinction of many beautiful spices. Okay, students? Now, we will see a phrasal verb. Now, read this sentence from the story. When she grew up, she was married to the soldier. Now, here you can see the underlined word grew up. Okay? The highlighted phrase is an example of phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is a phrase which consists of a verb in a combination with a preposition. So, here the grew is an verb. It is combined with preposition, that is grew up. So, sometimes the combination with a preposition or an adverb, the meaning of which is different from the meaning of separate part. In this sentence, she grew up means she has gradually become an adult. Now, students, we have to choose here the phrasal verb. As I moved to a different city, my friend and I grew apart. Grew apart means we were away from one another. Shaheen won the debate competitions and it took some time for the news to sink on. He has grown out of his clothes. Herman grew up on storybooks and games. So, student, you might have understood the story very well and also the grammar. So, that's all for this sessions. We will meet on a next session with a new poem. So, have a good day.